Hello, my party people, and welcome back. Listen, before this video starts, also hi, welcome back to the show. If it's your first time watching, hello, you're pretty late in the series, but hi anyways. So, before we actually start in today's video, I got something I need to get off my chest. Hey guys, just want to stop you real quick. If you're enjoying the series and everything, please feel free to subscribe and, show me some love. If you got any game recommendations and new Pokemon games that are unique and you want me to try out, go ahead and comment them. If I happen to make any money off this, off of my Google AdSense, after 3 to 4 weeks, I'll send it directly to you. So, enjoy the video. Now, as I finish up this series, we got a lot of reflecting. I got 75 mil today. I know, I have quite a bit. But, I have a lot of Pokemon I need to level up. I have a lot of things I want to try. And the only way to get started with it is just to give yourself a bunch load of cash. I know I'll be visiting this game back in the future when updates come out and such, because, who isn't going to come back when there's an update? Especially because, well, I enjoyed it. Look, I think right now we're at, I'm at 61 hours. That seems about right. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. First, I need to figure out what we're working with. So we got 3 grass, it looks like a bunch of mountains, and I'm on wave 26. So this is going to be, I'm starting basically where I ended. Okay. I think first and foremost, I gotta try you. Someone else also recommended you. But someone said I could change your form. And I'm not sure. Okay, hold on. We're gonna do this. I'm going to look at this live, or I'm going to cut it in case that I'm stupid. But someone said with Ditto and Lycanroc, I can change it by double-clicking. Hold up. Okay, so I'm back. I figured out 2 things. One, did you know you can rename your Pokemon in here? Look, check this out. You can rename if you click on it. I didn't know that. That's really cool. I wish I knew that in the beginning. Second, with Lycanroc, I didn't figure out what was going on. There was something about grass with him. With Ditto, the guy who said you could cycle in between party members, I now figured it out. So, we're good to go. Okay, first and foremost, I gotta have you 2 right here. I'm thinking a very broken method, but I have to figure out if this would work first. Now, I did tell myself, so, because of last video, right, and how Intalon was fairly broken, I'm not going to be using him for legendaries anymore. I think he needs to be banned for legendaries, because that was like the easiest legendary I think I had ever fought, and it was completely not fair. I do want to try. These 4 right here, I feel like will cook. Okay. Wait, what's your... Automatically increases its critical to 100% while on its mountain. Oh, okay. Well, that works perfectly. Okay, you're gonna be. Shoot, put you right here. Next up, Wish Cash. Where are you? I really like the use of Wish Cash last video. If any of you know my setup on Wish Cash, it's basically I have him with the item that allows him to be set on field, which obviously. Can I move everyone over by 1 and just set Wish Cash right here? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to... Okay, hold on. We're going to move everyone over by 1. Move everyone over by 1. Put Wish Cash right here. That range is crazy. And his shape is circle. And it does projectile explosion. Okay, yeah. That's what I loved about him. Okay, and it works great because it works out with Lycanroc because he's got 100% crit rate. Now we got 4 more Pokemon, right? And we see who all... Does anyone got armor except besides Magnezone? Okay, so no one's got armor. So it's gonna be maybe a Ricochet or 2. I'm gonna add, you. Now let's go for some new Pokemon. So we're gonna add Raichu. We were going to add Raichu, but I want to test this out. I gotta test this out. I feel like that's broken. Okay. Remove. Field Mountain. No item equipped currently. We'll do this. Wheezing. What about Arbok? What's yours? 120. Oh, goodness. Okay, look, I know I'm taking a long time, but we got to get this set up because I feel like there's only so much we can do. Yes. Lucario, no. Rampardos, no. I need a range guy. Excadrill, 130. See, I need you. First mountain, there we go. Okay, now we can see our mountain guys. This is what I've needed. Xatu can hit invisible enemies after recovering a heart. Okay, Xatu, we're gonna run you for a bit. Xatu, Spinda. I might cut out some of this depending on how slow I am. I've probably cut out a bit of this because I am exceptionally slow. However, for the new Pokemon, I am going to keep this part in. This part will be in no matter what. So we gotta find one new Pokemon. I am just gonna level some Pokemon up to see what their end stats look like. Okay, first let me see how this works out. I want to see how this works out before, you know, I consider removing one of them, but I feel like this lineup right here would be like really broken. See, yeah, 54. They're doing it right out of the gate. But you're a little bit slower than you. Why is that? Hold up, let's check out the item. Increases damage by 50, but in recharge time by 25%. But you should be stacking, correct? I don't know, but you're doing a lot of damage. Honestly, that's not bad at all. Okay, cool. So now we gotta figure. This is the wave we died on last time, coincidentally. So there's a lot we have to learn from this, and it's gonna be the lick. I feel like my problems are actually gonna be the licky lickies. But it is really nice because he hits twice. So for Koffing, yeah, but you can't go on mountain. Is there anything that can put him on the mountain? No. Okay, so we're pretty much stuck with this lineup unless we want to get rid of Whiscash. But I feel like Whiscash, you need to go to high HP. I feel like that's a smart move, is high HP for Whiscash. Although I'm not sure if I want to keep Lycanroc or Xatu. But he hits invisible enemies, so this is honestly not a bad setup. I think until we hit the first corner right here where the enemies are still alive is really gonna tell whether I need to make like a full adjustment or not. Because I know I'm gonna keep Sunflora, but Comfy kind of is gonna be like an, you know, maybe you swap them in, maybe you swap them out. We don't really know yet. But the Licky Lickies, however, are going to be, I think, what give me trouble this map. Because there's not that much to work off of. Like the other maps, you know, they usually go up to the side. You know, maybe a smooth, quick turn left. But here, you know, it's 1-2 and it's done. Perfect. Wait, what are you? Siglif. Hope you pronounce it right. Yama, Lipard, Licky. Siglif. Where, have we seen the Siglif yet? That Whiscash is coming in clutch with that. I don't think I need this. I don't think I need the pull. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. They'll do like 5% health. No, yes, no. I don't know. I feel like it's better for the longer it's active. Okay, for now, I'll take you out. I'll add in just a random. Who's a good mountain Pokemon? Can you go on mountain? No. Hawklucha. I know you're mountain, and I know you have a good range. Awesome. Not much else I'm gonna be able to do there. Actually, I could put. I mean, you know, I feel like that's a good. I feel like that would cover the end. But wait, what? Allow Spinda to choose. Yeah, I'll go first. First, I feel like is a good one. Yo, I gotta say, Maractus is eating that armor. They are eating that armor, which is really nice. I wish we could place an enemy on the bottom, because I feel like kind of right now we're just kind of like middle heavy. Because I don't really feel like you're able to do much. Where's your damage? Yeah, 16,000. I mean, it's not much. You know, could be worse. Could realistically could be a lot worse. Although I gotta say, Miraxis is making quite a beat. So in the meantime, while we watch these licky lickies, how is everyone today? You know, so right now, I'm recording before I go to class, so I have a little time, you know, to be a little proactive. I got me an extra, I don't know what these are, but basically this is like the only, you know, zero sugar drink I can find in Japan. Zoom in. There you go. Only sugar-free drink I can find in Japan that's carbonated. And I gotta tell you, these are 60 cents and I love them. Because I need to flip my chicken. Hold up. Why was there like 20 seconds in between that wave? I knew I went to flip my chicken and I wasn't hearing anything. Alright, let's see what the damage is. I feel like, yeah, you aren't really getting used much. I feel like it's a good thing and a bad thing. Like, yeah, we only got mountain slots available. And I feel like mountain would be my biggest weakness, really. Because I feel like, could Torkoal even fit there is the question. Could someone like Torkoal, do you have the range? Data. 160 versus... I think you're what, 210? Yeah, you're 210. That might not reach. That's a hard ask. Let's try it real quick. Let's try it. Let's see if that works. If I use Torkoal, right? You reach. Yes, okay, you do reach. I feel like that works great with Wishcash. So what adjustments? You know what? Let's take a time to reflect real quick. You know, I gotta say, some of these Pokemon that I've seen, because I really still wish I could move this window. Some of the Pokemon, you know, down here, like these Pokemon, I haven't gotten much good use out of them. Like, so I've seen that I've used a lot of these. However, I haven't used, I think the most underrated one that I think in the upcoming maps that if I was to utilize a bit more, like in newer maps that I don't think are good for these maps, I gotta say fossil Pokemon. Like the Poison team, I ran the Poison team, really overpowered. I ran the Fossil team, I ran, what was it, the Lileep, the Kabutops, Hitmotop, that dual variation with Omastar, just because, you know, I wanted the one where you could stack projectiles, and then I also wanted the one with, what was his, okay, cool, we don't have to worry about that, Ninjask. Where was it, you and you, yeah, the Bastodon, excuse me, oh my gosh, okay, hold, did none of you have access to invisible? Hello? Did I remove? Oh my god, I did. No item equipped. Okay, hold up. Who? Spinda. Hold up. I thought I had an invisible thing on Spinda. I'm not sure why. I swear I had the invisible item on Spinda. Add unit. Yeah, bro, they all got a VIP club pass. Alright, the ball toys were good. Although, I gotta say, the fossils were kind of underwhelming in some areas. Now, like the Rampardos, for example, he's okay. I like him. I think he cooks, especially like later in the maps. Like right now, like Rampardos would have a 40% damage buff just because of my hearts. And that isn't including if I use his item, which I think bumps it up to a 80% damage buff. Like that goes crazy. But like all the other ones, I don't know if I structured it wrong with who they're supposed to be. But like okay, I had it on like 5 or like 4 projectiles or 5 projectiles, and it wasn't really doing much. Maybe that's just me, but I feel like the Poison team was great. I feel like the Raichu team was great. I especially feel like, I gotta say, the most consistent Pokemon that your go-to, and I'd say all of these maps, this really could be applicable to any map, Greninja. Greninja is one of those Pokemon that no matter where you put it, like, it's gonna consistently be in the top ranks. Now, I gotta say, Maractus right now is doing the same thing. And I could put Intalon out here. I could just put him in the bottom corner, but that's... I don't know. I feel like after video, I love that he just lobs it and just wins. But that's way too broken for this game, man. We got it? We got it? Maractus, yeah. The Maractus duo is killing. Lycanroc. I might take Lycanroc out, or I might take Weezing out. Weezing, I feel like, is better to have at the beginning, but I don't feel like, yeah, his range doesn't reach, which is the only downside. If his range reached, it's over. It's over. What about Arbok? Could I maybe fit Arbok in there? Or are you just a grass? 120. No, you're just field. I don't have any field slots available. And I don't want to get rid of Whiscash. You know, it's kind of crazy because I don't... Outside of Maractus, I don't really have that big of a DPS. Like, I could put Machamp right there. I could put Machamp. Lycanroc, I'm sorry. I'm gonna put in Machamp. Where's Machamp? Alright, what's... Holder deals 10 plus 10 damage. I mean, plus 10 damage isn't really much. Hold up. We're gonna remove... What item could we use on you? Speed by 15%. And recharge. The focus auto... Reduces and recharge time by 50%. Targets the fastest enemy. Okay. Damage is increased by 20% if the enemy is 150 range. Well, that doesn't do me much. Okay, hold up. 742. That's a 20% damage buff. Put you on you. Add unit. Okay, I feel like I can be confident with this one right here. Should I put you here? I feel like I'm going to swap you around. I feel like that Machamp's going to be my swap guy. Ooh. Sorry, I got a small chair behind me. Look, you know, the one thing I got to say about where this table is in my apartment, because it's like it's built in. It's not low enough that I can use a regular chair, but it's not high enough that I can reach my computer. So if I sit down right now, okay, you can see where I'm sitting. I have to have my hands up here. This is where, I'm pretty sure you can see my fingers in the bottom of the frame. This is where my table is in accordance to where I'm sitting. So imagine trying to sit down. Like I had to stack puzzle blocks on top of it. Like, you know, like the little like mat blocks that like kids use, you know, to like foam or like reduce shock. I have to put that on top of the chair and I sit on it. Man, Maractus, you're really 18 it down. I gotta say, Maractus is like the land version of Omastar. But that, dude, yeah, that constant. So how much reduction? Oh wait, I didn't realize he's healing all my hearts. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, I should have taken the reduce. What is it? After restoring a heart? No, but that doesn't work out that well because you can only do that so many times. I was gonna say if you stack the Maractus with, there's an item that I think it's after restoring a heart, it reduces your recharge time by 50% for the wave. I was gonna say that works out great to have on like Maractus, for example. Like, yeah, you have it on him, and then you have this one on him. But once you're out of hearts, does that still apply? Because like, oops, sorry. If I'm full hearts, would it apply still? But I'm not sure. There's no way to check that. 5, 6, 7. Yeah, Hawk Lucha. Yeah, you're getting up there too. I gotta say the only one I could swap out is Weezing, but I think you're more of like in case like they go in far. I'm really just status effect dumping him. Look, I got burn here, slowness here, poison here, and then this guy right here. I don't know what effect you give, but It's doing it. It's doing its job, that's for sure. Doubles its power in tall grass. So wait, so you got what's your real time? So you got this plus a 20% reduction. So yeah, that's under a probably just about 1 second, or if not under. So all right, we're almost at wave 50. I am kind of going to be worried about what the Dragonite is. Claydol. There you go. That's what I wasn't thinking of Duskanor. I was thinking of Claydol. A couple episodes ago, I was talking about Baltoy's evolution. The one that I hated running into in the caves. That was always like a level like 70 or 75. And it was always the first Pokemon I'd always get in, I think, Gen 3. When I hit the caves, that was always a super high, level much higher than what my, I guess whatever starter I had at the time is. You know, I gotta say, if, for those of you that make it this far, that, you know, besides commenting the first thing, you know, I want to have a conversation about which starter you guys would think would be the best across all of the fire generation starters and all of each generation of starters for their type. So like out of all fire generation starters, who do you gotta say has to be the best? And then you got all of the like water generation starters and then all of the leaf generation starters. Cause like now you can take them at any form. Cause I'm gonna say like there's like some underwhelming starters like, you know, Turtwig at first I think he's kind of underwhelming, but when you get into his final evolution, he's kind of scary. But you know, you got to take everything like that. But you can put him at any evolution you want. Ooh, this is gonna test me. Porygon. Nice. Okay, good. Drifloon. How's the armor? Yeah, how's the armor gonna do on the Drifloons? Sweet. Okay, yeah, that armor is getting torn through. And they're not even reaching the second area yet. I mean, Porygon is, but Porygon's also got a 2-speed. Beautiful. Yeah, it is cold in here. Yeah, I don't have my... So speaking of not having my AC on, I've been under a blizzard for about, like, the past... I guess, you know, there's 2 days in between these videos. And I gotta say, I have this problem, right? I have to go buy... My goal this weekend is to buy an additional, like, heater that blows. I have a problem, right, where my heater isn't powerful enough because it's a Japanese heater, you know, it's not like an American one, so its wattage is a lot less. I think it's a 450, and it only heats the top half of my apartment. And what I mean is, so from like here above, because you know how heat works, it rises, is warm, but everything below like right here is super cold. And it's because, you know, they have so many ventilation intakes and outtakes that I literally am covering them right now with paper. No, with like an actual piece of like styrofoam and tape that I'm just covering all the ventilation spots because it's really bad. And so when I wake up in the morning, I'm like, I'm freezing. And it was like, I realized how bad it was whenever I was sitting there, I'm standing up and I sat down. And I could see my own breath in my apartment. It was at that point I probably knew I should probably go get a new heater. Ooh, that's a lot. That's a lot of Pokemon. That is a lot. I say it's a lot of Pokemon, but they're handling it pretty well. I gotta say, I'm pretty happy with this lineup right now. I'm not sure how it's gonna be coming like wave 75 because once I feel like Dragonite's probably gonna change the game up a little bit. You know, I gotta say, Dragonite's still one of those underrated cards. I know with some of the new set coming out, I am looking forward. I want to try to get the Roxy's performance card. For those of you that have seen the early set leaks. Wow, okay, we still got it. That have seen the early set leaks. I am really trying to get that Roxy's performance. I think it was AR or SAR. I didn't read which one it was, but I saw the card art of it. Really cool. I haven't collected much, but I'm more of like I like card art. I don't know, card art to me I think is more interesting. Like there's this one card right now that I saw. It's a Japanese Eevee, but the Eevee is like drawn like really weird. It's a full art. Okay? and it's drawn really weird. If I have a picture of it, I know I have a picture on my phone. I'll put it up. But I like cards like that, like the weird cards. And there was also whenever I was a kid, there was this card I used to haul around with me every day. I still have it. I kept a few cards from my collection, not value, but just cards that you know, I don't know, just had a connection with. And one of them that I kept in my, like, you know, with me in my wallet and everything for like years on end was it was the McDonald's, was it Mamfi? Or its other form. It was the Mamfi card, like the hollow. It worth like $5, but I kept it with me for like 10 years. Like that one I kept and I still keep. But I am looking into trying to get that the most expensive Lugia I can find raw in Japan before I leave. And you know, I'm sure like the most expensive one is probably like maybe a couple $100. But I want to get like a centerpiece for my future office. That I think will be cool. Getting it graded, I'm not sure. I might grade it with like ace grading or tag. Still haven't decided yet. I'm probably not gonna go PSA because you know it'll be like 5 months before I see it. So I might go with something like tag. If any of you guys watching this are also big into grading, do you guys happen to so what's besides, you know, like the actual like labels themselves, right? I've heard about this recently because, you know, I'm doing more research into like these Pokemon videos and such. I've heard recently, so what's the issue with the old slab PSA 10s and new slab PSA 10s? So I was watching a Poke Vendor video because, you know, when I'm eating my chicken and such, I like, you know, just hang out and about. And I was seeing this video, and this guy was like, he was trying to offer lower because of an older 10 versus a newer slabbed PSA 10. And I kind of scratched my head because I was like, I don't get it, you know, it's still a 10. And then it came with this thing with like card guards. Card guards can be made with like $2 in a 3D printer, right? Don't get me if I'm wrong. They just look like simple like silicone. Are they not? Hold up. I gotta flip my chicken. Yeah, I'm air frying my chicken right now because if I'm running the problem if I cook chicken. Keep in mind, my kitchen is literally like 2 feet behind this camera, and so if I cook, my whole entire apartment will smell like whatever it is, like grease wise. You know, I love cooking, but I gotta watch, especially the greasy stuff. Like my whole entire for like 2 or 3 days, I'm telling you, it will smell like whether if it's steak, garlic. Garlic's pretty nice. Vinegar. And what sucks is that the ventilation system for my oven also passes through my bathroom, which is connected to my laundry room, where in Japan they don't have dryers. They hang their clothes up. So if I cook something, and you know, because of the ventilation above the stovetop, you know, and the steam or like, you know, grease and everything, it will travel through there, and all of my clothes will smell like whatever it is. So like if I cook beef, right, or meat, you know, like meat grease and everything, my clothes in the different side of my apartment, you know, in a different room, in the laundry room, will smell like beef, and it sucks. I mean, it smells great. Like, it smells great because, you know, I'm a good cook and, you know, I add a lot of seasonings and stuff. But, like, when I go out of the house and such, like, I just smell like beef. And it's weird to explain to other people because some of the other international students ask me, they're like, why do you smell like, you know, this or that? And I'm like, oh, I cook. And they're like, yeah, but it's like multiple days. And I'm like, oh, well, the ventilation system is connected to my bathroom, bathroom is connected to where my washing machine is and where I dry my clothes. Because I can't dry my clothes outside, so I have to dry them in the actual bathroom. There's a additional like drying system that's in above the ceiling. By the way, 66 for wave 66. It's a ventilation system that's above my ceiling, and I have to turn on a certain setting that's like a mini dryer, and you have to hang your clothes in there. That's how I dry my clothes. I know, it's not like America where I could just be like straight from the washer into the dryer. I wish it was that simple. But no, that's one of the big problems I'm still facing about my clothes is that it smells like whatever I cook. And it's especially not great if I cook multiple days in a row and they mix. Okay, good. See, look, we're 67. You know, speaking of, I know, really odd side convo. Deadpool got released on Marvel Rivals, and I saw his 4th wall breaks with Galactica. I think it's Galactus' daughter, Galactica. I did not know that Galactica, you know, the voice of whoever just says the objectives. I didn't know that was Galactus' daughter. I'm not that big of a nerd when it comes to Marvel. Oh, my father is. My father is everything Marvel and DC related and Warhammer. I was watching this video. I watched like a 3-hour animation video about the Salamander Warhammer. Yeah, like backstory and what they're Yo, they cool. You got this, right? Yeah, they got this. All right, cool. I really think that poison's coming in clutch, by the way. I really think it's coming in clutch right about, like, right here. Because, see, look, like, some of them will get by. Actually, I have no idea if that poison's working. I'm going to be honest with you. I mean, it looks like it's working. We got full hearts, approaching wave 70. And my chicken's about to be done. I'll wait to get the chicken. I'm not gonna hold y'all to it. Yo, that Spinda really is clutching up on those invisibles. Although that is a lot of Magnazones. They have 20 of them. And they aren't making it past. But I haven't seen Dragonite yet. Thank you. Thank you, Air Fryer. Air Fryer's coming clutch in Japan. Do you know they don't have ovens? Like apartments? You have to, like, they don't sell, like, actual ovens. You have to buy a microwave oven. And they're extremely expensive. Like, extremely expensive. Like, stovetops, even like electric stovetop, for example, is usually what people use. Gas-powered stovetops are actually really common, too. I had one while I was in Hirosaki, and I gotta tell you, during, like, the winter months, my gas bill was atrocious. Like, I mean, like, when I mean, like, atrocious, I'm talking, like, $400-500 for 2 people. And in Japan, and I'm talking USD for 2 people. In Japan, I'm glad that I have an electric stovetop. Because gas, when it comes to wintertime here, is probably... Okay, cool. We're getting it. Yeah, when it comes to using gas in, like, the December to February months, it is probably the most... Why do I have an alarm at 11:45? Is there something I'm supposed to do? I don't know, but I'm recording instead. 73. Just Porygon 2s? Hey, ain't no problem with that. Gotta say, I think it's the poison that's getting him. Because, like, he gets right here and then he dies. Do any of you even reach right there? Well, wait, no, I think you do. Let's see, what else do I got on my mind today? You know, oh, here's something kind of funny. So, I have everyone has credit cards, right? And I like to keep my credit card actively used. You know, like, just once a month, okay? Once a month. Licky and Driflims. Once a month, right? So, when it comes to Amazon JP, it is extremely different from Amazon.com. And you can't order nearly anything of the same stuff because, importing, exporting. And so everything I have to order is like the Japanese version of it. They don't have a lot of things that, I like in America. And I have to find some way to use my card because I can't use my credit card in Japan because obviously, it'll get flagged or, I have to call and get it set up. So I'm like, I just set it to my Crunchyroll, but I was like, all right, let me use it once. So I buy this, like, it was $14, right? And it was 5 boxes of mini sugar-free cookies. And I gotta tell you, I didn't really need the cookies. I didn't want the cookies. But I wanted something that made my credit card look like I was still using it before I switched it to my Crunchyroll. because my payment was due the next day, and my Crunchyroll didn't draft for another couple weeks. And so I pay it, right? And I'm like, cool, you know, I got it. And you know, the payment didn't go through on the credit card. And I forgot that JP takes the debit card first because of how their version of the their debit card and credit card are like vastly different than what ours is. So it ran my debit card, and I gotta say, looking at the charge on there, I was definitely sad because those cookies arrived, and I was like, man, I ain't eating these. So yeah, that's cookies. But I gotta say, they make for a great time study snack though, especially with tea. Japanese here are big on green tea. Outside of Japan, I don't think. Thank you, Spinda. Thank you, Spinda. Okay. Had to watch it real quick. Just one Dratini? There it is. There's Dragonite. Okay, how does Dragonite pair up against these guys? Okay, he's half. I'm more relying on the Machamp. Yeah, that Machamp definitely saves it. Okay, he doesn't get that far in. That's a positive. Wait, Hawk Lucha, why was your DPS so much? Okay, we got 2. That's so nice. You had to send it 4 times. Who's matching? Who's matching? Oh boy, this is not gonna be fun. I can work with that. I can work with it. Oh, I got through. Okay, so it seems like the limit of how many our guys can handle is going to be 2. Before I lose hearts. I'm just praying that they don't send like 30 or 40. Just, yeah, set you right here. Okay, so it seems like I might be reaching the point where I'm going to have to start editing this team a little bit. Move unit. Who can I add? Who can I add? Who works on mountain? Cool. Two tops. No, who can I add? Who could I add? Charizard, data. Enemy. Okay, but this doesn't really do anything else, but that works with Charizard. Add unit. Where can I add you? Oh, you might be. Okay, yeah. I need that Machamp to be, or no, I need you to be doing like overtime. Set you 2 down here. I feel like you 2 can take these guys out, right? Good. Set you up here. You up here. Okay, I feel like I can move these guys around. I feel like if we get it back up to 5 hearts, I'm okay. I'm happy. Set you 3. Yep. Have you guys take them out. Move you right back up here. Or I could honestly keep you right here and keep the Charizard right here. Yeah, because you still hit at the corner. And then you get hit by the Maractus right here. 8! Oh my goodness. Okay, please get that. Please get that. Yeah, that 50 K damage up and fast. Okay, good. You did get it up and fast. Not so confident about this guy. Oh, it's gonna be a toughie. Yep, I'm really holding the line. Well, there's our first skip, boys. Oh, dude, that's pain. Okay, I'm back with some chicken. And back to wave 87. Because obviously I'm not going to make y'all wait for that whole entire thing. Now hold on, let me swallow this. Okay, So, some team adjustments I made. I swapped out Wish Cash, and I put in Crasola, so I have a new Pokemon active on the field front. You know, I really like Wish Cash, but I feel like the Crasola, I forgot shooting 2 projectiles, would be a lot... Hold up. Would be a lot better targeting the high HP, because I'm not necessarily worried about the low ones. I'm worried about the Dragonites. Like I said at the beginning of the thing, I was worried about what those Dragonites were going to be like. And I moved the Machamp to be corner work. Well, Charizard's right here, and he inflicts burn, which, you know, does like the 5%, which it's like extra 900,000 damage. So, going with this series, because I've been trying to think, I'm like, what content can I make out of this? Because I know there's a lot of you that will watch through this. And, you know, I know, I ask a lot of questions because I'm just yapping to a camera. So, you know, I kind of like the feature because I like interacting a lot. I'm trying to think of what would you guys like to see, because beyond 900 stars, like, I can make stuff, but I don't want to make boring stuff, because I'm about to step into Nuzlocke. But I don't want to make boring stuff on this, because I know I was expecting that once, you know, the hype for this game died down, it would be about 300 people watch the video, 200 to 300, which I'm stoked and extremely comfortable with. So I want to figure out what those that are watching fully through want me to do with this. Because when it comes to Nuzlocke, I'm also trying to figure out what type of Nuzlocke to do. I'm thinking of doing randomizer Nuzlocke, a Bidoof Nuzlocke. I kind of thought it would be interesting to see if I could win with just a team of 6 Bidoofs. Like, could you win a game with just Bidoof? Like a hardcore run? Or, I was also thinking of something like, I don't know if this is the definition of a hardcore run. I'm still learning, hold up. But I was thinking, like, every time a Pokemon dies, you can no longer use it, and you can't recapture a new one. So, like, if my let's say Cyndaquil died, for example, I'd just release it right out of the gate. I was thinking of doing a shiny Nuzlocke, but I feel like that would take too long to put into a YouTube video. You feel? And at the time would be the factor for me, because I only get... During the weekdays, I only get so much time to, you know, film and record. It's either before class or after class, and that's if I don't have studying to do. So yes, I gotta really dictate when and where, because like editing, when it comes to weekends, I'm free. 188 free real estate, which is probably when I get most of this stuff done anyways. Like today's Friday. That's why I'm recording, because Fridays I study in class on Fridays, but Monday through Thursday I got 2 hours before class and 2 or 3 hours after that I like to study. You got him right? Cool. Wave 91. All right. So this team has proved to be a little bit more effective. And we got everything held. I was worried about... My heart sank a little bit when I saw those invisibles. I was like, I got that invisible thing. I got that thing ready to slang, right? I still gotta say, Hawklucha, I think, is the only Pokemon that I did not... You know what? I did not like Hawklucha at the start. But the more I use him, he's alright. That's my way of acknowledging him in my book. Yeah, he became pretty good. Although I might take some time after I complete to get some achievements. Surround Sunflora, defeat Suicune. Is this Suicune or Sunflora? Suicune or Registeel this round. Apply Curse 10,000 times, apply Poison 10,000 times, collect a total of 900 stars, obtain the final evolutionary stage of all Pokemon. I could work on that. You know what? I'm going to work on that after we defeat the boss. I feel like I should level some of them up, read their descriptions. And, you know, if you guys want to stay and you can see these Pokemon through, you know, feel free to see them with me. I haven't lost as many hearts as I thought I would yet, which is a big positive. I think that Maractus is really, really, really underrated. Like, man, where have you been? I mean, I could have read the comments and figured it out. Like, I meant on, like, the itch.io page. But the real question is, where are the devs? Because I feel like, part of me feels like, I don't know if their itch.io page, like, access got removed or not. And the only reason I say that is because they're updating this game still, but I'm not seeing any developer comments on the itch.io page, but they're still updating. Like, I think, yeah, they added the nickname feature. That's definitely got to be new. They added a search feature, and then after that, they added typing sounds onto the search feature. Here, I'll show you guys. I notice these little things every time I come through, because I'm opening about once a day for a couple hours. So look, when I go into here, you know, if I type, you hear typing now. Like, that wasn't here last week. Auto. Okay, cool. Go on to wave 95. I gotta say, I do need to get that poison achievement, though. I feel like that one, I'm not sure where I should go for that one, actually. Where would be the best? 1-1, maybe? For 2-2? No. Regirock. I feel like the Regirock map would be the best one for poison. Because that map is super long. Like, yeah, that poison team. I gotta say, the poison team, although I did not use it for that long, I gotta say was my favorite team to use. Like, definitely 10 out of 10 would recommend. And after watching, like, how last video ended with how Moltres ended, man, dude, that's so crazy to think that, like, you literally didn't even need to play the round. It was just Insalon versus Moltres. And Insalon just gojoed it and said I'd win. 97. All right. Which map is this? This would be Suicune, right? Yes. You know, I feel like for the next thumbnail, I'm debating, because, you know, I know, like, people usually put their face and, you know, for what they want for the thumbnails, but I'm thinking for the last thumbnail, I know it's not going to pull that well for click rate impressions, but I'm thinking of, like, doing like this and putting all the stones, you know, like all the evolutionary stones, because, I mean, the 900 stars is what basically essentially means completing the game. And put just, like, every single stone right here. Because, I mean, you know, for the thumbnails, you know, I like getting custom Pokeballs, and I like editing them in. And I was trying to think of something, because I want to do something that commemorates every map. I just don't want to make it, you know, something small. 99. How many? Oh, just 6 Dragonites? Yo, that's kind of easy. They should have just sent them all at once. I feel like some of the waves had, like, 6, 8, 10. We can turn the auto off. We need to see the stats of this legendary before we take it on. All right, this is time. This is the big time in the video. See, look, we lost the heart, then gained it right back. 69,000. Nice. Okay, slowness, resistance. He has stun, burn, and poison. So I feel like I should stun him. Let's go to ability. Who do we got in the stun department? Who could we remove? I feel like we can remove you. We're going to keep you. Remove you. And remove you. Yes. Remove. Remove unit. Hawk Lucha. Remove unit. Spindo. Remove unit. I'm going to replace you with Torkoal. No, I need my stuns first. I need my stuns. Stun. Field water. Anywhere they can go. No. Stun. What about mountain? Nope. Field. Who's the stun guys? Slow splash. Slow splash. What are you? Dang it. Sniper. I don't want that. I don't want this. He has slow resistance, so I need stun. But these are the only stun guys. What about you? No stun. So no one has stun that's able to be put on mountain. Terrible. Terrible thing to hear. It's a terrible thing to hear, you know what I'm saying? Okay, well, I need a stun. I need some stun in my life. I'm gonna take Comfy out. Because that would hit 3. What if I... There we go. I feel like that works a lot better. Okay. Now, Machamp, I'm going to take out... What about Poison? He's able to be poisoned. Okay. Arbok? No, let's go Weezing. Weezing. Arbok. Gengar. Let's like just... No, dang it. No, dang it. Okay. I was really hoping to just poison management it out. What about you? Can you go on field grass? Dang it. Okay, who else? What about you? Gulpin. Gulpin knees. Sorry. What about Clawitzer? Where's my Clawitzer at? I haven't used you in a while. Oh, well. Do I have the thing that makes you 8-directional? 4-directional and 8-directional attacks. Yes. I feel like you are an odd Pokemon, but I feel like you will pay your dividends. Yes. Yes, that has a... Okay, we have as many tries as we want. So, honestly... Just put Spinda back in. Spinda will apply some extra damage. Let's check it out. Let's see how this works out. Whoa, you're fast. Two. I did not do as nearly much as... Wait. That poison did some. No, it was Clawitz. Wait, who DPS'd that? Hold up. Run it. Wait, what? Oh, he's got Invis. I didn't notice that one. I could take out Raichu. Okay. I can take out Raichu. Raichu can come out. Raichu... Where's my in-team? In-team. Raichu can come out. Let's go by power. By power. Yeah, who can I... Lycanroc. 1 point. 50% increase. Targets the fastest enemy. Well, if there's only one enemy. Lycanroc? Time to shine, buddy. Grass form. I might have that wrong. Let's try this. Of course I missed the Spinda. Okay, it's still cool. It's cool. Try it like that. Now, okay, that should give us a full breakdown. See how we do. Okay, we're getting him down to 12. So, that's good. Let's see how this works out and see how these stats do. So, he ended at 1,000. 1,000. Stacked up to 2,000. 22, 23, 25. Okay, so Kofi's got to go. Maybe... You? I need someone that... It's got to be someone that sits on mountains, though. Okay, I feel like next swap out's going to be Crasola. Great place to pause at. Oh, so close. Okay, so it's got to be a Crasola swap out. Swap you out. Who can I put in? Honestly, who could I put in? Hawk Lucia. Come on in, buddy. You're going to sit at the end. Okay, I feel like we got it. Is that money? Is that money? 7K! Can I level anyone up? No, wait. What am I doing? I have Sunflora. I have a bunch of Pokemon not deployed. Hold up. Out. Xatu and Staraptor. Where you at? Staraptor. By level. Flygon. You have double range in mountains. Okay, now we should win this. We should win this now. taken right out of the gate. He's hit. He gets stunned. It's great. Ooh, double stun. Okay, that's great. Yep. That's Jeej. Absolute Cinema? Absolute Cinema. Awesome. And we got our Hall of Fame team. Honestly, yo, Fly team coming in clutch today. That was SUICINE. Looks pretty cool. I need to take a hold up. I know I'm doing this in video. I need to snip this. That's a good thumbnail, SUICINE. And it lets me know who I actually used. HOF. Just put it Hall of Fame there. It reminds me, so I know to continue. Okay, we're going to go explore the last map a little bit. This is it. The last map. The final 100 stars. Now, I am going to go ahead and I'm going to set up my team. We're going to make some setups and adjustments before I end the video. So first, Tangela. Let's just level up some Pokemon. We have a lot of money to spend. Allows slowness on the target for 2 seconds. See, I feel like by leveling them up, it will give me a better estimate of what their power and everything is. Rowlet. Because I feel like by looking at, like, you know, their stats base-wise, it's not going to give me an super accurate. Then what if I just, you know, level them up? Because I feel like afterwards, Staryu halves recharge time in water. Okay, so you are like almost Star. So it is true. Gulpin, Swalot. Applies a stack of poison. I really want to have fun with the poison team. That's one that if I could just make a whole team and just infinitely go, it's going to be a poison team. 31. Projectiles in an area causing half damage explosion with a 2.5 second rate. Cooldown. Okay, who else? So go ahead. Data. Charge. Data. Him up. Data. Up. I feel like this next video is going to be a bit long because I've heard from some people that this last stage is challenging despite having all Pokemon maxed out. So this next stage is going to be I guess apparently a lot of trial and error. Make sure I get these Pokemon all leveled up. So level 100, 100, 100, 100, 87. That's where I got to start. 21 million left. Cacturne. Okay. Gengar. Maxed out. Castform. You know, Castform was really great in the beginning, but I don't know what it was. For some reason, I just feel like Castform and our relationship wasn't the same after 1-2. Okay. Who all do we have left? Lucario. 100. Rampardos. 100. 8 million left. To Shuckle. 100. Dugong. Maxed out. 2.7 million left. That should get us level 98. Okay. So check it out. We have a lot of people maxed out. So next video we have 3, 6, 10, 14, 15. We have 21 Pokemon minus the secret Pokemon that we haven't found yet. I will find those next video too. That I will find next video. So before we depart, you know, let's take a couple Pokemon and let's just set up a team. Remove all. Could I get by with my poison team? I'm just gonna set up my poison team for now. I know I'm going for the poison team. 7. Who would be 8 and 9? You and you. Who will be 10? I'm just looking at Pokemon right now and just deciding my team. Can I just put Raichu? Second Raichu. I feel like let me just gonna auto it. Just see where they come. Oh, they come in from the opposite end. I got them all lined up in the opposite direction. Oh, I'm so going poison team. I want the whole poison team. I want every single poison person I have lined up to be available. Just seeing how this works real quick. Seeing immediately out the gate, I noticed, wow, they have high armor. Okay, so this is going to be a tough map. Well, all right, everyone. I'm going to end it right there. I hope you guys all enjoyed. I'm going to get ready for class and study and finish my... Don't judge me. Don't judge me now. My cup of chicken and cup of pasta sauce. All right, everyone. Ooh, interesting. Rapidash. Have a good day today. And if you got suggestions, let me know. Take care. Peace. Peace. I really enjoyed this series.